Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Elos Chevalier, and you're welcome back to the SCP Foundation. Let's hit the random SCP, shall we? Let's see where does this take us. Random SCP, SCP-376. Object Class, Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-376 is to remain in the secure agriculture facility at Site Redacted. It is to be linked to a single underground electricity cable that is to be powered by a single generator now attached to the main power grid. There is no need for any additional security measures to contain SCP-366 other than the exiting security at the secure agriculture facility. Description: SCP-376 appears to be an irregular traffic light with an excessive amount of component attached, resembling more of a tree than a standard traffic light. However, SCP-366 is not a man-made object, but is in fact a natural occurring organism. It is currently unknown how or why SCP-366 was managed to mimic the appearance of a traffic light. Testing has revealed that the exterior of SCP-366 is composed of organic material rather than steel, similar to wood found in regular trees. The bark that it produced hardened to form a protective coating around SCP-366 that makes the appearance of steel. However, while the bark does appear and feels like steel to the touch, it is not nearly as strong, being only able to withstand stress similar to regular tree bark. The light that SCP-366 produces is a form of bioluminescence, which it is able to manipulate to glow in the three colors commonly associated with traffic lights: red, green, and yellow. SCP-366 is somehow able to control which lights activate and does so in a perceivable sequence, though it does not know how or why. Extended observations of SCP-376 showed that it has an uncontrolled growth rate, necessitating constant care and trimming. Each individual traffic light begins as a bud, but will quickly mature into full-size traffic light within several minutes. The appearance of a new light on SCP-366 typically happens every 9 to 10 days. Removing one of the lights causes it to cease functioning, and the wound caused in SCP-376 will immediately be closed by growing extra bark. If left alone, the detachment light will eventually biodegrade and rot like any other organism. Unlike other plants, SCP-376 does not use photosynthesis to sustain itself. Instead, its roots will dig through the pavement and ground towards the nearest power line. SCP-376 roots are capable of penetrating underground power lines and patching into them, effectively attaching itself to the local power grid. SCP-376 uses the electricity it obtained as the primary energy to create its food. In terms of reproduction, SCP-376 has a unique method of propagating itself. Rather than using regular spores of seeds, SCP-376 is able to transfer seedlings through the power grid it is connected to, meaning that a new instance of SCP-376 can be created anywhere the power lines reach. For further information, see Experiment Log 376-A. SCP-376 was found during rush hour in Redacted, California, on a busy intersection. The entire event was explained as an art exhibition, and SCP-376 was promptly relocated to its current location in the secure agriculture facility. Experiment Log 376-A. Once it was discovered that SCP-376 required electricity to survive, it was attached to Site Redacted power grid. This mistake was quickly realized when one site staff began reporting the appearance of additional traffic lights scattered around the facility. Once these lights were removed, SCP-376 was connected to a separate power grid that was laid under a specially constructed test area. After analyzing the results, it was discovered that SCP-376 is somehow able to discern which areas it can grow without arousing undue suspicion. All recorded test subjects were reported to grow in areas where traffic lights placements will be logical. There is currently no explanation to how SCP-376 is able to control where it grows so effectively. Experiment Log 376-B. After continued testing, it became known that SCP-376 is not restricted to just traffic lights. After several weeks of observation, it was noted that additional instructions began appearing. So far, the forms instances SCP-376 can take include but are not limited to fire hydrants, power line, street lights, and street signs. Experiment Log 376-C. After additional testing and observation, it was discovered that SCP-376 currently contained is an abnormality, even among its own kind. DNA comparisons between itself and other subjects show that it is suffering from some kind of defect that caused it to grow uncontrollably, which could explain how it was discovered so quickly. Addendum 1. After cross-analyzing Department of Transportation records on total nation power consumption, Foundation analysis has estimated that there may be as many as that expounds instances of SCP-376 in the continental United States alone. Containment teams are currently being mobilized to search for these instances. This sounds so bizarre, I love it. Just the idea to go to a traffic light and be able to break it with your hand, it's amazing, and they're just living beings consuming electricity to sustain themselves. It's amazing. Okay, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you have a blast. I was Tulos Chevalier, signing out. Bye bye.